And so you wrote a recent article on Forbes entitled Strengthening U.S. Immigration While Respecting Canada's Sovereignty. And so this is a topic that I wanted you to talk about today. And let's get started. Why do you believe that the U.S. and Canada would benefit from a Schengen-style zone? And what is the Schengen zone?
Oh, great question. Well, if you've ever traveled to Europe, you'll know what the Schengen zone is because when you go there, the countries are all aligned in such a way that you don't have to show your passport every time you're going from one country to another, for example, from Italy to France or whatever. And there's a kind of a free economic zone involved where people can move from, let's say, Paris to Rome and go to work in Rome, even though they're not citizens of Italy, and likewise for Italians with respect to France. So it's kind of a economic zone where there are no impediments to movement of people and goods, and the idea is uh, larger economies of scale result, and the free movement of people back and forth make economics work a little better. I guess that's the
Mhm.
essence of it. So, in terms of talking about America and the United States, and the topic you've raised about Canada becoming the 51st state, that's been a non-starter over here in Canada. I'm in Toronto, and I can tell you, we just had an election last night in Ontario, our province, where the provincial premier elect, and who was the former premier and was reelected, has come out with statements like Canada's not for sale. We're we're going to stand strong and oppose tariffs and so on. And the reason why this discussion is so significant right now for at least Canadians, but also I believe for Americans, is because Donald Trump, President Trump, has declared that he's going to impose severe or strict tariffs on Canada, 25%, coming up in the next couple of days in March. And it's going to be economic dislocation, like on steroids for Canada if those tariffs are implemented. And it will impact severely on some American states at least, because there will be counter tariffs put into place. And just today, uh, there's a campaign
And
out in
today,
Canada.
today is February 28th, 2025.
Right. Today, there's a campaign in Canada to not buy anything from any American store in Canada. Walmart, you name
Yeah.
it, McDonald's, whatever it is, no buying any goods or getting any services from American um, institutions in Canada or commercial, companies in Canada as a one-day kind of a protest over this impending tariff business. So the question, I guess, and forgive me for kind of
No, you're good.
waltzing along, but I think the big question is how can we live together in peace and harmony and both countries prosper best? And so I wrote this article, which incidentally got a lot of negative response from Canadians in particular about possibly creating this Schengen zone in North America between Canada and the United States as an alternative to the current USMCA free trade agreement, which is
Yeah.
coming up for renewal in a year.